Hey everybody, welcome to my channel Coding Fun. In this video, we are gonna be covering the question of 2 num sum. This question gives you an array of distinct integer values is that no number will be repeating and target sum. What we have to do is write a function that gonna find whether or not there is pair of number in this array that sums up to the target number. So what does it mean? That we need to write one function which will be returning one array, and sum of the element from this array will be equal to the target num, which is 7 in this case. So for this particular example, our function will return 3 or 4 if it finds the addition of this number is equal to 7. If suppose we don't have 3 and 4 in our array, then this function will return empty array. So this is the problem statement basically. Now let's see how we can do this. So for this we need to iterate through the array. The straightforward method will be using 2 for loops. So what we will be doing, we'll be just taking each and every number and we'll sum up with the other number and we'll see if it is equal to 7. So this will be like 7 plus 8, is it equal to 7? No. 7 plus 9, is it equal to 7? No. 7 plus 1, is it equal to 7? No. And likewise at one point of time we will be adding 3 plus 4 here. Is it equal to 7? Yeah, it is equal to 7. So we found our answer. So we will be returning 3 and 4. Now here we are using 2 for loops, and for 2 for loops time complexity will be order of n square, so which is not optimal at all. So we need to come up with this solution which will be optimal. So we will be trying the second approach, and that will be we can use the hash map or dictionary, in which we will be storing the numbers as a key and value pairs. So we will be using one temp variable, or we can say it potential match, so pt, which will be equal to the target sum minus the, let's say, array of I. So it will be updating every time, and we'll check if this potential match is present in array or not. If it is present, we will be returning the potential match plus ARR of I, whatever it will be. And if it is not, then we will be just adding this number into the our dictionary for the checking. So I hope you guys understood this. So it is going to be, first element will be 7. So 7 minus 7, let me just change the pen color. 7 minus 7, so 0. Is 0 present here? No, it is not present. So we'll add 7 here. Then our next element will be 8. So now 8 target sum is 7 minus 8, which is equal to minus 1, which is not equal to 7. So we'll add 8 here. Now next number will be 9. So target sum is 7 minus 9, which is equal to minus 2, which is not equal to 7. So we'll add 9. Now next one number will be 1. So target sum is 7 minus 1, which is not equal to 7. So we will be adding 1 in the dictionary. And now 3. So 7 minus 3, which is equal to 4. Is it present in the dictionary? No, it is not there. So we will be adding 3 into the dictionary. And next number is 4. So 7 minus 4, which is equal to 3. So is it present in the dictionary? Yes, it is present in the dictionary, and that means 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. So our function will return the potential match, that will be 3, and that will be that will be 3, and the number itself, that is ARR of I, that is 4. So this will be our ultimate solution. I hope you get this right. So I'll suggest you to write one function or write this program on your own, and then come back to see if it matches with this solution. So I'll be right back in couple of minutes or seconds. So I hope you guys were able to write the solution, but if not, then not a problem at all, because we are going to write it now. So let's say now we have let's write a function, find the sum. So function find the sum, and this function will receive two parameters. First one will be array and second one will be the target num. Okay, we are going to use the second approach, that is the using the dictionary, and we'll talk about time complexity and space complexity later. So let or const mapping, or let's say const nums equal to empty object. We are going to use the for of loop provided by ES6. So we'll get num from the array itself, and now sorry, yes, spelling mistake. We have the num, so we need to find out the potential match. So that will be like temp potential, or let's say it's let's call it as a temp only. So temp will be target num minus the num. Okay, now we will check if this particular temp is present in nums or not. So nums of temp, if it is there, we'll return the solution, that is temp and the num itself. And if it is not there, we'll just updating the nums. So nums of num equal to true. Oh, sorry, equal to true. So let's format this. I think this will work. So let's try to run this program, and let me clear the console and node. What is that? Okay, node target num. Yeah, but before that we have to call the function, right? Otherwise we will not be able to see the answer. So let result equal to, and one more thing is there, if we didn't found the sum, we should be returning the empty array. So by default our function will return empty array, and result equal to, let's call the function find the sum, right? We'll be passing array 1 3 some random numbers 5 9, and the target sum would be, let's say 5 plus 3 8. We'll be console logging the result. Let's run the program, and yeah, we got the result, that is 3 and 5. Now let's cross check whether or let's say when we do not found the match or the pair of numbers, our function should be returning an empty array. So let's say 15, and yeah, the result is empty array. So I hope you guys like this video. If you like this video, please do not forget to subscribe my channel. And if you guys have any doubt, please ask me in the comment section. I'll be answering to that. And if you really like this video, please hit the like button. And thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye bye.